3 years, and until 20,000 Somali kids started dying.
We were aware that it was getting worse. We were aware that it's going to be a big drought. However, we, as a government, as the Somali people, we didn't have the adequate resources and the support required to respond to it. I think I'm sure that most of the prime ministers before this prime minister have went to international community, tried to prioritize it, but unfortunately it didn't make it to get the attention of the world until now.
Okay, so the last two prime ministers have prioritized this with international organizations, and nothing has been done. Why is that so, Ambassador?
I think it's many factors. Somalia is not the only issue that's happening, the only difficult place or the only conflict area in the world. And other issues have taken priority for the past 3 to 4 years. Of course, there were some international support, but not adequate enough to respond to the drought. Drought was not a surprise, it was there. The rainfall was reducing for the last 20 years, and the last 3 years it was getting ever more increasing.
What about Africa's response to the crisis?
In general, I think the crisis is taking a snapshot of what's happening right now, but in general, African response to help Somalia build back was enormous. However, Africa, like any of the other countries, their response is not adequately measured and they do not report it.
So it's not really mentioned in the media? It
is not really mentioned in the media, but the regional support, the African support is a life-supporting support to the Somali people and to the Somali government.
Now, how does this crisis affect your relationships with your neighboring countries, Kenya, Ethiopia, etc.?
I think when it comes to the drought, we have a mutual impact to it, and we respond to it mutually. But of course, the differences in how we want to approach the challenges as a country and as a region are sometimes challenging for us. But however, it could improve.
It can improve. In what ways can it improve?
Well, it can improve that we find ways to prioritize this in a lot better form than we have done the last 3 years. Of course, as I told you, we've exhausted the challenges, but I hope that we improve that as best as we can.